What the hell are we doing in Thailand? Just for a bit of fun. In this video, we're going to look at overall costs of living in other Southeast Asian countries and compare it to Thailand. Did you know that the overall cost of living in Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, excluding rental costs, is 33.33%. I'll say that again, 33.33% cheaper than Bangkok. But if you include rental costs, it's still 32.2% cheaper than the cost of living in Bangkok. Rent prices in Ho Chi Minh are 29% cheaper than rent prices in Bangkok. Restaurant prices in Ho Chi Minh are 42% cheaper than restaurant prices in Bangkok. And if you visit a 7-Eleven in Ho Chi Minh, you'll be paying 32.6% less than visiting a 7-Eleven in Bangkok. Yes, groceries in Ho Chi Minh are 36.2% cheaper than they are in Bangkok. So your local purchasing power in Ho Chi Minh are 15.8% higher than in Bangkok. Imagine that! What the hell are we doing in Thailand? If you think that's impressive, what about Phnom Penh? If I'm pronouncing that wrong, which I don't think I am, it's Phnom Penh, Cambodia. If you exclude rental prices, the cost of living in Phnom Penh, Cambodia is 15.1% lower or cheaper than it is in Bangkok. If you include rental prices, the cost of living in Phnom Penh, Cambodia is 17.3% cheaper than it is in Bangkok. So we want to be specific about rental prices. Rental prices in Phnom Penh, Cambodia are 23.4% cheaper than they are in Bangkok. Restaurant prices in Phnom Penh, Cambodia are 3.4% cheaper than they are in Bangkok. Now that's not a lot, but it's still cheaper. It's hard to beat the value of street food prices in Bangkok anyway. But I never knew Cambodia was that cheap. And yes, grocery prices. Grocery prices in Phnom Penh, Cambodia are 12.5% cheaper than they are in Bangkok. So yeah, these are just two alternatives to Thailand that we've looked at in terms of overall cost of living. But there's other factors to be taken into consideration. This video is primarily concerned with the cost of living. So, we've known it for a long time that Thailand is not as cheap as it used to be and is continuing to get more expensive. And when you look at its near neighbours, it proves the point that it is a more expensive place to live. But does it have something else that its near neighbours don't have? Well, let's look at that, shall we? I've been to Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam twice. I've been to Cambodia, but not Phnom Penh. But I've been to Cambodia once. And I can give you my personal experience, more so on my experience in Ho Chi Minh than in Cambodia. I can realistically talk about my experience in Ho Chi Minh and compare it to my experience in Bangkok. Now my experience in Bangkok is based over 14 years. My experience in Ho Chi Minh is based over 4 days. Ho Chi Minh is more or less the same size as Bangkok, give or take. I was there for 4 days, 2 days each time, over a period of 2 years. And I can say that although I didn't feel unsafe, I didn't feel as safe as I had done, and I do feel, in Bangkok. On first impressions of Ho Chi Minh, I felt that the culture comparison, I wasn't comparing, well I suppose it was subconsciously, but the culture between Ho Chi Minh and Bangkok, it wasn't dissimilar. But I tell you this, I did find it a lot easier to find people who could speak English, probably because of the Vietnam War and the American influence, I suppose, I don't know. Sitting alongside Saigon River in the heart of District 1 in Ho Chi Minh one Saturday afternoon. I was sitting there having a beer, and a local Vietnamese guy came over and sat beside me. He had a beer, and in perfect English he started talking to me, and then something happened. If you're familiar with that part of Ho Chi Minh, the river's behind you, there's beautiful benches, it's very French, obviously, very French-esque. And there was the kind of traffic lights off to our left, and there was a red light, and there was a load of motorcycles, same as in Bangkok, a load of motorcycles filtering towards the front. And there was two gunfire, two shots. And I looked, and of course the guy beside me looked, and the pillion passenger on a motorcycle had fired 2 shots into the air. And I said, Jesus. And he said to me, bang, bang, man. And I said, what now? I'm going from memory, this is over 10 years ago. Apparently, he'll pull up beside you and intimidate you and steal your phone if you're in a car and stopped at a red light. Now that's what he said. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. But that's what he said. And there was another incident. And this again, I think it was on the same Saturday morning actually. I was walking along a very wide boulevard, very large street in District 1 in Ho Chi Minh. And a guy came up, straight up to me. He was a shoe shine guy. And he wanted to shine my shoes. So, and you're saying to yourself, what am I doing walking around Ho Chi Minh in a pair of shoes, like shoes that can be shined? Well, I was walking around with a pair of shoes. Anyway, he blocked my path. And I kept saying, no, no, no. And I tried to get around him. And before I knew where I was, he was down polishing his shoes. And I tried to pull away. And I did pull away. And he stood up. And then he demanded so many million dong. I don't know what the exchange rate is, but I know it's colossal. Did I pay him? I think I did. Because I was so unsure of myself. I forget how much I gave him. I had no idea. It was under $5, whatever it was. But that was my experience in the space of, say, 24 hours in Ho Chi Minh. And I've never had anything like that experience in Bangkok. So, I could say again, what the hell are we doing in Thailand? Well, you see, those two stories might answer the question for you. Because you can't really put a price on safety. I'm not saying, and you know it's not, Ho Chi Minh is not an unsafe place. And Phnom Penh is not an unsafe place. But Bangkok is a very safe place. By the way, if you're wondering where we are today, we're coming to you from La Prau, and this is Soi 1 La Prau. And this is an area that I haven't visited much at all, but it's an absolute Aladdin's cave. And I can tell you what brought me here. I heard about the very unfortunate and tragic circumstances where there was a pub fire in La Prau, and I was on La Prau 1, and I was just curious because I saw on one of the news reports it said it was an Irish pub. So I was just curious. So I walked down along here and I haven't seen it. Now I'm not going to try and rule it out because to pay, there was a lot, many people lost their lives in that fire. And out of respect, I'm not going to try to, there's a news crew going down there. Could be down there, but I'm not going to bother. But anyway, to answer my own question, what the hell are we doing in Thailand? I don't really care too much how much cheaper Cambodia is or Vietnam is compared to Thailand. I enjoy living here. This is where my family is. This is my home. It's a darn sight cheaper than it would be anywhere else in Europe, or even the comparison I made in a couple of videos ago where we had the comparison, what was it? Thailand's alternative, which was French Guiana. And although I don't need a visa in French Guiana and I don't need a work permit in French Guiana, the cost of living is quite a bit higher than it is in Thailand. But I did make I did make that point that it depends on each individual. What's your priority? Is it how much you're spending? Or is it the quality of life? Or is it the way of life? The way of life in Thailand, I think, is totally unique. You can see around me, this is a Monday morning, and it's full of life and vitality. So it might not be the cheapest place in Southeast Asia to retire to. And by the way, as I said before, this isn't about visas and stuff like that. Each of the three countries we're talking about, Thailand, Cambodia and Vietnam, have their own strict criteria that you must meet before you can retire there or be there for any length of time. So in the true tradition of this channel, we found somewhere to take a breather on this hot morning in Bangkok. So in all the places we talked about, the weather's exactly the same. The visa stuff, it's still a pain in the ass. So what I would say is the devil you know is better than the devil you don't. I spent the last 14 years here, and I intend to spend the next 14 years here. And I wouldn't like to be rooting myself up and starting all over again, because as I said before, if I was to do that, I'd do it in the place where I didn't require a visa, because I wouldn't like to go through all that shit. So what are we doing in Thailand? I'll tell you what we're doing in Thailand, what I'm doing in Thailand. I'm in Thailand because I love it. And this meal cost me 60 baht. So if it's going to be 30% cheaper or 20% cheaper or 15% cheaper wherever else I go, 30 baht is 30, or 60 baht is 60 baht, that's $2. Talking about dollars, I just want to extend my gratitude. I'm just going to move over here. Extend my gratitude to everybody who's helped me out and buying me a coffee. These are there, lads. Without you, I wouldn't be able to make these videos, and I really, really do appreciate it. If you haven't done so and you'd like to help me out, you can scan the QR code or click the link below to buy me a coffee. Every little bit helps. Thank you so much. Thank you. I got Pepsi Blanca. Okay. So, we're Pepsi Cola, whatever. Okay. My tie is on the floor, and I wouldn't like, after 14 years, I wouldn't like to start learning Vietnamese. And I wouldn't like, and by the same token, I wouldn't like to start learning Cambodian. The only benefit of Vietnamese, I suppose, they use the Latin alphabet. I suppose that's a benefit. I don't know. So I'm getting stuck into this. This looks like beef, but I could be wrong. I'm an absolute Philistine. I've got my consommé, which I always like. Oh yeah. That's probably the nicest consommé I've had in any restaurant anywhere in Thailand. It's lovely. When you ask them for something, and they don't understand. They still say yeah. I've asked for Pepsi twice, and they said yes. And the fridge is there, but there's no sign of it. I'm not going to ask again just yet. I'll wait. But how long does it take to get a Pepsi? That's lovely. That's really, really nice. Can we eat Pepsi, Namkang? Okay. Third time. Cola, it's okay. Third time I'm asking. And can we eat Gao Namkang? Thank you. Thank you so much. Lovely Coke in a glass bottle. Where can you go wrong? I suppose you can get that in Vietnam and Cambodia as well. Come on, thank you. Here we go. Hello, summertime. Wow, this looks lovely. Oh. Oh boys, oh boys. This is really nice. This is really, really nice. I'm mushing it all up, which I probably shouldn't do. I haven't given you a look at it. I haven't given you a look at it, which I probably should do. There you go. This is almost as good as my Thai wife's cooking. And speaking of a Thai wife, you can find a Thai wife, a Thai girlfriend on Thai Date VIP. Thai Date VIP isn't just a dating site. It's a dating site based in Hoi Hin, run by a French guy who's a good friend of mine. Many guys who've watched my videos have met their future wives and girlfriends on Thai Date VIP. I know that because they told me. You've nothing to lose, lads. Just scan the QR code or click the link below and register with Thai Date VIP. And then you'll be able to say the same thing as me. That your Thai girlfriend or Thai wife's cooking is as good, if not better, as the grub you get in a Thai restaurant. Talk about food. I can't give you a food comparison between Cambodia, Vietnam, or Thailand. All I'll say is the food I ate in Vietnam, I can't really remember, it's 10 years ago. There was nothing to write home about. It was very fish orientated, just like here. They eat a lot of fish, but they eat a lot of fish from what I could gather in Vietnam. All the statistics quoted in this video come from Numbero. There it is there. Sure, included on the screen there. Just key in the city. Just key in the two cities you want to compare. It gives you full breakdown. Full breakdown. The cost of apples, the cost of oranges, the cost of a car, the cost of a pair of shoes. Literally, blow by blow. It's absolutely fantastic. We've just gone over the general stuff in this video because you'll be here all day going through everything. I can say, I don't know from my own experience, but I believe that Phnom Penh can be a bit dodgy in certain parts. And I know from my own experience that Ho Chi Minh is a bit dodgy in certain parts. I'm sorry about the traffic noise in the background. Oh my God. In the true tradition of this channel, we will finish this and we reconvene. Wow, this is good. For 60 baht plus the Coke probably, the Coke is probably 20. God, I needed that. I needed that. That was hot. That wasn't hot, but it was nice. but out there is hot. Let's see what the damage is. Come here, check me in a cup. Pamput Pasatay. Hot sip. And cola. He wasn't charging me for the cola. 75 76 okay. Sound okay? Okay. Thank you. Right. So let's venture on. I feel like Gene Rayburn off the Match Game. When all's said and done, what the hell are we doing in Thailand? I think the answer from me is quite clear. I'm not too concerned over the fact that some of the neighbouring countries are that bit cheaper than Thailand. It's not just the cost of living that attracts me and you and so many other people here. There's many other things. There's many other factors, not least of which are the wonderful Thai people, and not least of which are the wonderful Thai girls. So guys, let me know what you think. Is money your priority, or what is your priority when it comes to settling in Southeast Asia? For me, making these videos, as I said to you many times before, it's a therapy for me. It makes me realize, as I progress through the video, I realize how I feel. And in this video, I've realized that Thailand is the place for me. The meal that we had in this video was 76 Thai baht. That's just over $2. And if it's cheaper anywhere else, I hope whoever eats it anywhere else enjoys it. But I'm not too pushed about $1 here or $1 there. So guys, we'll live to see another day, I hope. And I hope I'll see you another day, because I'm going to bring back another wonderful video very soon. If you haven't done so already, click that like button, the share button, subscribe button. Do all those wonderful things, and I'll bring you back another wonderful video very soon. Thanks for joining me.